Hi, good afternoon and welcome to the Malvern Quilt Show. I'm Liz Holpin, my husband Pete is behind the camera. We've got our pinhole quilting handy quilter stand here at the Malvern Quilt Show, which is on from today until Sunday. It finishes at 4 p.m. on Sunday. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, if it's a bit rainy where you are, then come along and we'd love to see you. It'd be great if you could come along and have a go on our Longarms that we've got here. So let's just talk about a few things that are coming up in the pinhole quilting calendar. We've got Talen Jeffrey, who's a handy quilter ambassador coming from South Africa. Talen is due to arrive and teach 3 days and then a 2-day class at our pinhole quilting showroom. I'll be busy setting that up while Pete is doing some installations and servicing next week. And then we've got, in November, we've got Stuart Hillard. I posted on Facebook yesterday about Stuart Hillard's event. So Stuart will be doing this similar to what he did earlier this year. It was a very hot day in July. It won't be quite so hot on the 19th of November. That's a Saturday, and we've got 2 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and Stuart will be doing a talk about his long arm journey and about his quilting journey. As with everybody who knows Stuart, it's going to be an entertaining and informative talk. We very much enjoyed it last time. So if you're interested in coming along to that, don't have to be a long armour. Come along. It's £10 for the session, but if you buy anything like glide thread or some of our accessories, then you get the £10 back. Bargain. So it should be fun, and I hope we can see you on that date. If you'd like to book, you can do so online via our handyquilter.co.uk website. 19th of November with Stuart Hillard. Showroom will be open for demonstrations as well after Stuart's talk. Stuart will be there, and you can ask him some questions too. He's very knowledgeable on the long arms. Okay, so the other thing, some new products. So one of the new products we had recently, those of you who are familiar with the Ultimate sets by Cindy Needham, you might have noticed we've got a new set, Oh My Stars. So we've got Master Star templates and 1 circle template, 3 Mariner's Compass, and 14 original star designs in various sizes. There is a free instructional ebook that accompanies the stencils, but we've actually printed it out as a really nice print, spiral bound, and you've got all the information in there as well. So if you're interested in that, it's an add-on to the stencil set, and it's £9 for the printout. Okay, so before we move over to the other machines, I thought while we were here at the show, it would be worthwhile.
We could do a little offer on that. We haven't discussed this in advance. There we go. But listen, why don't we do the book for free if you order the stencil set?
Yeah, why not?
For the next week.
Okay.
Yeah?
So sounds great.
Anybody orders the stencil set Oh My Stars in the next 7 days, don't add the design booklet to it. We will automatically add it because it's not set up on our system to take it off the value. But if you order the stencil set, we'll include that for free. Perfect.
There we go. Executive decision. So we've got a few of our long arms here, not all of them. We've got the Simply 16, the Moxie. Here I've got the Amara with ProStitcher, and over there behind the display I've got the Capri and the Sweet 16, which are the stationary sit-down machines. So what we've got on this one is the accessory, which is ProStitcher Premium. And ProStitcher Premium is Handy Quilter's computerized version. So we've been stitching out some lovely designs. There's an edge-to-edge continuous line design here. I think this would be really nice if I'd flipped that. It would be lovely to make it into like a table runner or something. So that's done using the edge-to-edge, or borders can be done in the same sort of way as well. It joins the designs together as a continuous line. And this one is one of the alphabet designs that's included in ProStitcher Premium. So here we've got PQ, Patchwork and Quilting, or Pinhole Quilting. And that's done just using the standard letters that come within the ProStitcher Premium. There's this beautiful glide thread, shows it off to its best.
Yes, this is Citron Yellow, which is about the brightest yellow thread that we stock. It's wonderful if you want your quilting to stand out, that's for sure.
Yeah. But Sally, we're going to see you, I see that Sally's just posted from Fife. I think we're going to see you for shall I turn that light down, Pete?
I think it's more effective with the light just at the side, that's all.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so we'll see you, Sally. I think you're coming down for class. Okay, so how do we use ProStitcher? So ProStitcher, when you first turn it on with the ProStitcher tablet engaged or attached, it comes up with the gears engaged. So if you want to go into free motion mode, you just turn the gears off, and then you can do whatever free motion quilting you want. But if you want to use it as a computerized system, we have the gears engaged. Any of the dark green icons mean that they're actually active. So what we do is we set up a design. Perhaps we want to do one just here. Can we do one there? So I would set up my area. For example, I can use 2-corner. On the Amara, I've actually got the star button here is on the handlebars. So I can actually press that 2-corner. And then bottom right.
So that defines the top
corner.
left-hand corner of the design, and this defines the second press is the bottom right-hand corner.
So then on the screen, my orange crosshairs denote where the needle is, and this shows you where the area is that I just defined. If you wanted to change it, you can change it in this box here. So we could change it, for example, to 4. And we could make that 5.25. So if you had other dimensions that you wanted to change the area into, you can do that. And then I'm going to choose my design. So I'm going to find a design. Here's the alphabet, by the way. We could do one of those, couldn't we? Should we do one of those? I'm going to do L in that box. So the way that this works is we want to put that into that box. You can either just stitch it out at the original size, or you can skew it or modify it and put it into an area. So we just press the skew and it pops into there. So now
that design's in the area that is defined, ready to go.
And for any of these things, if someone's looking at this and going, well, I'd never get the hang of that, there's a context-sensitive help. So you can click on any of these things that are on the screen and it'll tell you what to do.
It's a really nice help feature.
Yeah. So particularly when you're learning, you can kind of do the kiddies thing. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? Very, very helpful.
So, no, Sally's not coming down for the classes.
Oh, okay. Thinking of somebody else.
Next time, perhaps, Sally.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol, pleased to see you on. We've got your quilts here, look, on display.
Yeah, with a sign. It says Quilts by Carol Watson.
Yeah, we've actually got a sign over there with your name on, Carol, so that we've acknowledged you this time. Right, back to Liz.
Okay, so I'm going to press what's called baseline. Essentially, it takes what the original design size was, and it takes it that is now the design I want to stitch out. So I get a ProStitcher tab. With the ProStitcher tab, I've got my quilt button highlighted, and I'm going to stitch a design. I'm going to have tie-offs at the beginning, the end, pull up on and pull up auto. So literally, the machine will move to the start position, which is this little green circle just here, and it'll stitch it all the way out to the red. Speed percent 100, that's a little quick. I'm just going to change that to stitch. And I've got 11 stitches per inch. So ProStitcher, proceed. And I'm going to do pull up. I've now pulled up both threads.
Right, you are.
I'm just holding those threads. And I'm just going to do some tie off.
Okay.
And on the screen, it actually shows you what's been stitched as orange on the screen.
I think we can take it a bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Susan, glad your machine arrived safely this morning. You're going to have great fun putting it together and most of all then using it.
It's quite a detailed design, isn't it?
We're actually out of stock of Moxes at the moment, but we've got a new batch arriving next week, so lots of machines back in stock again.
Okay, should we leave that just to do its thing?
Yes, why not?
And we'll go around to the ProStitcher Lite. So here we've got ProStitcher Lite, which is on the Moxie. It can also go on the Simply 16, on the loft frame, or with a conversion set, it can go onto the Littlefoot frame as well. It has slightly different rails to the Studio system, the Precision Glide system that we have on the Studio 2 frame and the Gallery frame. It has a different track. So we tend to use the Moxie and Simply 16 ProStitcher Lites with those machines because they are a lighter weight machine. And the carriage that we have that runs ProStitcher Lite, you insert it and you actually put it into the existing carriage. So you don't need a second carriage, whereas when you get ProStitcher Premium, you get a brand new carriage that has all of the technical word gubbins in it for running ProStitcher. Also, there are less designs on ProStitcher Lite, and there is no ProStitcher design software. Aside from that, there are a lot of similarities. There's a few functional differences, and there are probably a few more advanced features that some people get into when they know the product quite well that we don't have on ProStitcher Lite, but it certainly enables you to get going on it. So I've set up my frame space, and the frame space defines the area that I can actually stitch within. So if you look at the crosshairs here, I defined it as the top left on my quilt, and I can stitch all the way down to here. And then anything I actually stitch now is within that area. So I'm just going to do another block, just like I did over on the Amara. So I'm going to set up a 2-corner. You can hear the little ping. As a user,
I'll just take you back to the Amara here because that little design is completed now. Here's the L. Very nice. All done. Stitched off. Perfect.
Yeah.
Not so easy to do that free motion, that L.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Okay, so this has got the crosshairs, it's got my area set up. So now I'm just going to find a nice design to pop into there. Okay, so we look in this, and what shall I do? Something I've never done. I can find something I've never done. I keep going down actually and work my way back up. I've never done twisted circle. Okay, so you click on it, press open. It comes in at a particular size, but again I'm going to do modify, skew, and skew to fit. So very similar. Pretty much the same as the ProStitcher Premium. Again, I'm going to do what's called baseline. I would also save it as well, just in case anything happened. I'm going to do my start and end stitch and pull up on. What you'll see is there is no separate start and end tie-offs. There's only pull up on, not pull up auto. So on this one, I'm going to just start it and it will go to the beginning, but I have to move it to one side. It doesn't do pull up auto.
Just doing a few locking stitches and then it'll start stitching. Hello, Val from Calgary. Is it cold in Calgary already, Val?
I should think
so. Leslie in Tyne and Weir. Hi, Leslie. It's never cold in Tyne and Weir, is it?
Never.
I know you wear t-shirts all year round. So again, it's tracking the design on the screen as to how far it's got. No, it's raining in Calgary. Not cold enough for snow yet, though.
So the Moxie, price of the base system is $5,495, and the price of the ProStitcher Lite that goes onto the Moxie is $5,995. So it's $5,495 and $5,995. And that includes your delivery, includes some training. There's the built app, which enables you to set it all up.
Oh, Ray, that was you, was it? Thank you for introducing who it was. I didn't recognise who the name was.
Who was that?
Ray in London. Ray's just ordered his Moxie with ProStitcher.
He has.
Yes.
Which is very cool.
But he's got a different Facebook name.
Oh, okay.
And Susan, well, you need to get the frame built first, Susan, so open box 1 and 2 of the frame, of the loft frame.
Yes.
That's what you need to do first.
Yep. Okay, just doing the locking stitches.
Not quite such a bright thread on this one, and the lighting makes it difficult to see on the screen.
It does, yeah. So I'll just pull that up. There we go. So that's a demo of the ProStitcher Lite. And then on this one...
always draws a crowd.
Yeah. And new products. We've got a hand-wheeled kit now for the loft frame. So this is, for those people who've got the loft frame, this might be of interest to you. It fits on this hand-wheel end here, as you can see, and it enables you to wind that back rail. So that might be something that you're interested in getting.
Yes, a number of our customers who've got the loft frame said, is there a hand-wheel kit available yet? Well, the answer now is yes.
Yes,
we do have them in stock. They are online. So search on our site at www.handyquilter.co.uk and they are there, but just make sure that you choose the one for the loft frame, because there are hand-wheel kits available also for the studio frame and for the gallery frame. So choose the correct one.
Absolutely.
And you can also, if you wish, put it on a second pole. It can also be very useful to have a hand wheel on the backing rail here. So generally people would put it on the take-up rail here, but you can also have a second one on this rail here. Very useful add-on.
Yeah. So the hand wheel kit is £35, and you can order it on our website, right?
Absolutely. It's
very
ready
good.
to go.
Okay, so if anybody's coming to the show, we've got a selection of the glide thread packs. If you're not a long armour, we've got glide thread packs. We've got the glide threads as well. Or even if you've got a handy quilter and you're interested in some thread, we've got some of the thread here. If you're coming tomorrow or Sunday, you email us ASAP. We could even bring the right shade if you wanted a different shade. We've got Dream Big panels here as well, and some full line stencils. Anything else, Pete, that you want to say, or any questions? I think no. So anyway, I thought we'd just give you a little tour of our stand. Should we just wander around to the sit down stationary machines as well, Pete?
Let's do that. So here's our glide thread packs. We've got a selection of them here. Already good value, but buy 9 in a pack and save an extra 20%.
Okay.
So here we have the Capri. I see that Trisha's just posted about her Capri.
Oh, yes.
Done about 1.4 million stitches on her Capri, loving every stitch.
And that's what Maggie said as well. Maggie Lothian, who was here earlier today.
No, it's very bright lighting, which means that you're in the dark here, Liz, so maybe you could turn the lighting
I will do.
The lighting on the Capri is really...
It's very, very bright. Do you know, it's not even at its brightest. That was about 50%.
Oh, Glenys will be coming down to Kent at some stage at the end of November. I don't know if your machine needs servicing. It probably doesn't, but anybody else who's watching who is in Kent or thereabouts, get in touch and we may be able to fit in your machine for a service during the same trip. I'm doing an installation in Hythe.
In Hythe?
Deepest Kent.
Yes. Right, so this is the Capri 18-inch straight space long arm in the inside table with an optional side table. I'm using the sweet spots, which enable you to control the fabric without having to put gloves on. I've got it set at the moment on cruise or continuous setting, so it's at 175 stitches per minute and 11 stitches per inch. So this is all going to be basically stitch regulated. So it picks up when I go faster. So I go slowly, or I can go much faster. When I pause, it will just put in some extra stitches.
Liz doing her famous bouncing bananas, as they're called.
I know. It's one of my favourites. I love the build-up of thread. And then the texture it creates, the dimension. I do another line. I do another line, Pete. I do another line.
Yeah, if you like. There we go. Yeah, very effective design.
There. Okay, so that's the Capri. 18-inch stroke space, inside table. Nice for being able to see your bobbin area, and it's a lit bobbin area. Here's the magic eyes.
With the inside table, that makes it much easier to oil your bobbin hook area.
If you've got a Capri, there is some newer software that you can install. So if you haven't installed that, or if you need help with it, let me know. Okay, and then this is the Sweet 16 on the inside table. So we've got...
If you've got a Sweet 16, you can upgrade the table to get the stitch regulated inside table.
That's right. So
in most cases, you can check with us. It says on our website as well, just to make sure that your machine is capable of upgrading, but most of them are.
Yeah. Most machines bought from 2013, 2014 onwards were True Stitch ready, and when we sold the 2014 ones, we upgraded the ones we'd got in stock, so they should all be compatible. So this one, I'm just going to borrow those sweet spots back, because I love my sweet spots.
Oh, Derek's got COVID. Derek, sorry to hear that. I hope you're not too bad. But you're able to watch us from Malvern.
Yeah.
You did well to avoid it at Festival of Quilt.
You did.
Because so many of us caught it at Festival of Quilt.
Absolutely.
But I hope you're not feeling too bad.
So this is the Sweet 16. Again, stitch regulated option for the inside table.
So, good question from Susan, who's just had her Moxie delivered this morning.
Yeah.
When practicing, can you use a single layer of fabric without wadding? You can, Susan, and in fact, we've got some sort of fabric artists who just work on single layer. However, what you won't get is a very good test of making sure that you've got the tension right, because you haven't got the thickness of the 3 layers. So probably to begin with, I would suggest sticking with the 3-layer system, because you can then make sure that your tension is spot on when you start a real quilt.
But one of the things you can do, if you've just got if you want to make the most of your fabric, just do a layer of fabric and 1 layer of wadding and practice on the front, and then flip it over and do a different colour on the back, and then add another piece of fabric to the top, because it's going to be able to do that.
Getting the Moxie with the loft frame, same thing.
Same thing. We just put another.
And in fact, here at the show, on our demonstration machines, on the frame systems, what we're using is some old pieces that have been used in the showroom, and we've just put a new layer over the top. So absolutely, that's what we do as well.
Yeah, because it seems such a shame to not make the most of those pieces of fabric, and wadding particularly, because it's it's a natural resource that we don't want to make the most of, really. So totally understand the reason for your question. And in fact, Pete, when we do the test outs at Manchester, we quite often just test it out on calico, don't we? Single layer of calico for practice. Someone could use quite thick calico. So okay.
Glennis is asking, what stitch size is that on the Sweet 16?
That's 11 stitches per inch. Yeah. I did long stitches at the end because I kind of moved the fabric. Yeah, I like 10 or 11. So I just do some different sizes.
Yes, just do that. So Tricia, yes, you're sort of agreeing with our suggestion here that you found it better to get the tension straight by using a 3-layer system and then added an extra layer of fabric on the top. That's the most economical way of doing it, I think, and the best way of practicing with a new machine, certainly.
Let's try. Oh, went into basting stitch.
Some different stitch notes here. So she's gone to 7 stitches per inch, which is therefore a much bigger stitch. Difficult to see the difference really online here, but it's a significantly larger stitch.
Yeah, and I can, don't forget on this one as well, I mean I can go to 4.
So 4 is almost a basting stitch here.
Yeah, I mean there is the basting stitch option as well. So with basting stitch it'll stitch a stitch.
Yeah, 4 stitches per inch looks like an absolutely perfect hand stitch, hand quilted item. And here's the basting stitch.
Yeah, so that's once a second, and you can change that to once every 1.5 or once every 2 seconds. Whereas on the Capri, you can do it based on distance of 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, I think it is, or on seconds, depending on whether you've got it in manual or regulated mode. So there we go. On both the Sweet 16, the new version, and on the Capri, you've got a tension number readout. So when we adjust the tension, we've got a numeric readout. Just a reminder that the simplest designs can become very effective. This is just done using the oval ruler. That was one I did a while ago. And that's the same thing without the radiating lines, but all done just using that single ruler. We've been playing with that today. So there we go. I think that's it.
Yes, it's getting quieter here.
It is.
But
it's been a really busy day.
We didn't
really have lunch, did we? I think you sort of stopped at about 2 and managed to get off the stand. So thank you very much to everybody who came. Congratulations to those who've placed orders recently. Welcome to the Handy Quilter family. We look forward to seeing you. Those of you who placed your orders at the Festival of Quilts, we look forward to seeing you either in installations or if you're coming to the foundation workshops. And for those of you who are coming to Len Jeffrey's workshops the week after next, we very much look forward to seeing you then. So from me and Pete at the Malvern Quilt Show, have a wonderful weekend of quilting, and for those of you who are coming to the Malvern Quilt Show, we hope to see you Saturday or Sunday. All right, you take care. Bye now.